do we have a future with God? When the history of God is told, with our generation future. I read my Bible, and one of the things that scared me was the fact that after Malachi, although people were living, but God didn't have a record among men until John came in the wilderness. And Bible scholars told us that window was 400 years. That means 400 years people lived, but they have no record with God. Because nobody had stature enough to peep into heaven and to bring sounds from Zion. When a man begins to pursue God with intention and intentionality, it shows in the extent of his obedience. When God speaks, he literally trembles. And if God have not spoken, he's troubled. Because the psalmist said, once have the Lord spoken, twice have I heard. Because you know that you have no essence if God have not spoken. You don't move by what the government suggests. What determines your navigation are the voices that comes from the womb of Abba. And so when God is not talking, you can't move. You move only when God talks. And so for you, obedience is not just a requirement. Obedience is your compass for destiny. So when God talks, as you obey, you discover you transition from one level of glory to another. Those who are purposeful in their pursuit of God, they are heavy on the altar of obedience. Number 6, those who are purposeful in their pursuit of God, they sustain and manage their sensitivity. Anything that we blur their sensitivity, they shut it down. Because they know that they need an antenna to commune with God. God is in another dimension. It's a realm called the spirit realm. And we are in the physical realm. And so anything that will distort connection and connectivity, you will never let it. And so when you find people who are purposeful, they service their sensitivity. They service their antenna. It's on the strength of their discernment that they walk with God and their lives find meaning. The Bible said in Romans 8:14, it says, as many as are led by the Spirit of God, he said they are the sons of God. They are the ones who can carry kingdom on their shoulders. Because kingdom is not for children. Kingdom is for sons. He said the government of this world shall be upon his shoulder. Not the child, the son. For unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given. The moment the son appear, he said the government shall be upon his shoulder. But what makes you a son is your ability to discern and to follow. He said, for sons hear his voice and they obey. They are navigating by the voice of God. So their sensitivity can be altered. I fear for Christians who can tell you boldly they've not heard God this year. It's like a blind man standing in the middle of traffic. That's why everything is noise to him. If he takes a step, he can die. If he stands, he can still die. So you find many Christians who have become casualties in the battles of life because they don't have navigation. The devil came and dulled their discernment. And when the discernment died, they were lost. The Bible says, if our gospel be hid, is hid to them that are lost, whom the God of this world have blinded their mind. So when the man loses discernment, he's lost. So when you are purposeful in your pursuit of God, you guard your discernment. And then those who are purposeful, they have burdens for soul winning. Because they know the way God's kingdom is expanded is in their participation in soul winning. In 2 Corinthians 5:19, he said, to which God was in Christ, reconciling the world to himself, not imputing their trespasses on them. He gave them the word of reconciliation. So we live here to reconcile men back to God. That's how God is pleased. In fact, the Bible said, if one sinner repents, it says heaven rejoice. So if you are pursuing God purposefully, you will do things that will cause God and heaven to rejoice. This is why they are particular about soul winning. And soul winning is threefold. They either go out to win souls, or they pray for souls to be won, or they give for souls to be won. This is why those who seek God purposefully, they make sacrifice their lifestyle. You can't walk with a spirit without sacrifice. The most ancient thing in human civilization is sacrifice to spirits. The moment men were created, altars were instituted. Because you cannot have a relationship with the spirit without sacrifice. And so anybody who wants to walk with God, who is purposeful in the pursuit of God, must become heavy on sacrifice. This is what it takes to be intentional about pursuing God. But this will not come cheap because there are oppositions. And because my time is finished, I will list them out. God will give us understanding. What are the limitations to pursuing God purposefully?